My beloved child, understand this truth. You are like a seed planted in the fertile soil of life. And just as a seed must break open to push its tender roots into the earth before it can reach for the sky, so too must you face your struggles. You may feel the weight of the earth above you, the pressure pushing against you from all sides. At times, you might even question your strength, wondering if you can endure the darkness, the difficulty, and the unknown. But let me tell you this. This is how growth begins. It is in the deepest, darkest parts of the soil where your foundation is set. It is in the struggle that the seed learns its true strength. The force it exerts against the pressure of the earth shapes it into a resilient plant, strong enough to withstand the sun's heat and the cold of the night. Do not fear the darkness, my child, for it is the beginning of your greatness. Each challenge you encounter is the earth's gentle push that helps you grow stronger, more rooted in who you are meant to be. You are being molded and refined through the struggle, like a blade of grass that has learned to bend with the wind instead of breaking under it. You may feel weak, like the seed, unsure of what is to come. But I tell you now, there is wisdom in this uncertainty. There is a beauty in being forced to rely on the unseen forces that guide you. You do not need to see the outcome to trust that it is coming. Just as the seed doesn't know the tree it will one day become, you do not yet know the full extent of your potential. But I do, and I am here to remind you that it is far greater than you imagine. So do not resist the struggle, my child. Do not avoid the hardships that life throws your way. Each moment of difficulty is a sign that you are alive, that you are growing, and that you are being prepared for something much larger than you can see in this moment. Even in your hardest moments, remember the seed. The seed breaks through the soil, not by avoiding the pressure, but by embracing it. In the same way, you too will grow through the challenges you face. And one day, when you stand tall in the sunlight, you will look back and realize that each challenge was the nourishment that allowed you to grow, reach higher, and become the person you were always meant to be. You are becoming more than you know. Trust the process, for each hardship is simply a part of your growth. Keep your heart open, and your roots will find the strength to rise. As you walk through life, you will face moments of immense difficulty, where everything feels heavy and uncertain. You may feel as though the weight of the world is pressing down on you, and at times it might seem impossible to take another step forward. But I want you to know deeply that this weight is not a punishment. It is a gift, a chance for you to grow stronger. Every challenge you encounter is like a stone placed in your path. You may stumble over it, trip, and fall, but it is not there to stop you. It is there to teach you how to rise, how to lift your head, dust off your knees, and keep moving forward. This is where true strength is born, not in the moments when everything is easy and smooth, but in the moments when you are pushed to your limits, when you must dig deep within yourself to find the courage to keep going. Understand this. You are not defined by your challenges, but by how you rise from them. It is not the fall that matters, but the act of getting back up. When you fall, you learn. You learn about your own resilience, your own ability to overcome, to stand up once again, despite the obstacles in your way. Every time you face a setback and choose to continue, you are strengthening your spirit, sharpening your mind, and building the foundation for your future successes. The world is full of people who have been through unimaginable hardships, yet they stand strong, with wisdom in their eyes, because they allowed their struggles to shape them. They did not run from difficulty. They faced it head-on and allowed it to transform them into the people they are today. And you too have that same power. The pressure you feel in times of challenge is not meant to crush you. It is meant to forge you, like steel being hammered into shape. It is the heat and the hammering that create the sharpest, strongest steel, capable of cutting through the toughest of obstacles. Similarly, the pressure you face today will carve you into a person who can handle even greater challenges tomorrow. I know that, in the moment, it might seem unbearable. The weight of the burden may feel too much to carry, and the road ahead may look endless. But I promise you this: what you are experiencing is not happening to you. It is happening for you. It is happening to push you beyond your comfort zone, to stretch you in ways you never thought possible. Without these moments of difficulty, you would never know the true extent of your strength, your resilience, or your courage. Look at the mountain in front of you, not as something to fear, but as something to climb. Each step, each challenge you conquer, brings you closer to the summit. And when you reach the top, you will not just see the view. You will understand that every struggle, every challenge, has been a necessary part of the journey. Without them, the view would not be as beautiful, and your heart would not be as strong. So embrace the struggle. Embrace the challenges. Know that each one is helping you grow, shaping you into a person who can face the world with confidence and strength. You are not the sum of your struggles, but the sum of how you rise from them. And each time you rise, you grow. Challenges are the greatest teachers in life. In the midst of struggle, when you feel lost or broken, is when the most profound wisdom is gained. It is not in the times of ease or comfort that we learn the depth of our own strength, but rather in the moments where everything seems to be falling apart. These moments are not meant to defeat you, but to awaken you to the deeper truths of your own being. Consider the way an artist molds a masterpiece from raw clay. The artist does not take the clay and simply let it rest in its original form. Instead, they press, shape, and mold it, often causing it to stretch and crack. But in that very act of shaping, something beautiful emerges. Similarly, life's challenges work to shape you, stretch you, and crack the surface of what you think you know about yourself. Only through these trials do you discover the true depth of your character, the unshakable foundation that lies beneath your struggles. When you face adversity, you often find that your initial reaction is to resist, to wish for the pain to end, to wish for everything to go back to the way it was. But the resistance itself only prolongs the struggle. The secret, my child, is not to resist but to flow with the current. When the storm rages, trying to fight the wind will only tire you. But when you surrender to it, when you trust that it is guiding you, you will move through it with far less struggle. The challenges that come your way are not there to break you, but to bring you closer to your true self. In adversity, you will discover your deepest strengths, the qualities you did not even know existed within you, the quiet determination that allows you to press on when every part of you wants to give up, the resilience that rises up in you, even in your darkest moments, the courage to stand tall despite the winds that try to knock you down. These are the gifts that challenges offer you, often hidden beneath layers of discomfort and might. But you will not find them without going through the processes. They are born from the fire of difficulty, forged in the furnace of hardship. Every time you overcome a challenge, you emerge a little wiser, a little stronger, and a little more aware of who you are. You learn what is truly important to you, what you are willing to fight for, and what you are capable of. It is only when faced with hardship that you discover your true capacity for growth. The struggle does not diminish you. It enhances you, making you more capable of handling the complexities of life. You may wonder at times why life feels so difficult, why it seems as though the challenges never stop coming. But I tell you this, it is in the constant overcoming of challenges that your greatest potential is realized. Like a muscle that grows stronger with every stretch, your character, wisdom, and understanding are expanded with every challenge you face. Without them, you would remain stagnant, never fully knowing what you are capable of. Think of a tree growing in the wild. It faces storms, heavy winds, and the weight of snow. Yet each time the storm passes, the tree is stronger for having weathered it. Its roots go deeper into the earth. Its trunk becomes thicker, and its branches reach higher. And so it is with you. Every challenge, every storm you face is helping you grow. You are not being broken by the winds. You are being strengthened by them. So trust the processes. Trust that every challenge is a step towards your growth. It may not be easy, and it may not always be clear why things are happening, but every moment of adversity is a part of your unique journey. You are becoming more than you were before, and with each trial, you are stepping closer to the person you are meant to be. The challenges will not stop coming, but neither will your ability to rise. And with each challenge, you will be better prepared to face the next one. In life, there is often a great deal of uncertainty. You cannot predict what tomorrow holds, and yet every challenge you face is part of a larger picture that you cannot yet fully see. It's easy to fear the unknown, to resist what you don't understand, but within the unknown lies the potential for true transformation. It is in stepping into the unknown, into the discomfort, that you allow yourself to grow. When you step outside of your comfort zone, when you face something that seems overwhelming or intimidating, you are, in truth, allowing yourself to expand. Every time you step into uncharted territory, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new lessons, and new growth. You may not understand how, but trust that the challenges you face today are the stepping stones for the person you are becoming. Growth does not come from staying in familiar, comfortable places. It comes from venturing beyond the edges of what you know, from being willing to face what seems frightening, challenging, or impossible. Imagine a seed trying to grow in the same place forever. Its roots would become stagnant, unable to reach new depths. But when the seed is planted in fresh soil, it pushes outward, exploring new ground, extending itself in ways it never could have imagined. So too must you push beyond your current boundaries to grow. The challenges you face are, in many ways, invitations. They are opportunities for you to evolve into something greater, to transform into the person you were always meant to be. It may seem like a struggle at first, and you might even wish to avoid the discomfort. But the truth is that without that very struggle, without stepping into the unknown, there is no transformation. The caterpillar must undergo the pain of the cocoon to emerge as the butterfly. The soil must be stirred, the seed must break, and only then can new growth begin. Every challenge is a gateway to a deeper level of understanding and experience. You may find yourself questioning why things are the way they are, why you must face hardships, but let me assure you that each one serves a higher purpose. Each challenge is an invitation to become more than you are today. It is an opportunity to stretch your mind, body, and spirit in ways that you may have never imagined possible. You might feel lost or uncertain in the midst of a challenge, unsure of where it is leading you. It's natural to seek clarity, to want to understand the full picture. But know this: true growth often requires trust in the processes, even when you cannot see the end result. When you are in the midst of a storm, it can be hard to understand that it is necessary for your growth. But when the storm passes, when you stand in the calm, you will look back and see how far you have come, how much you have learned, and how much stronger you have become. Embrace the unknown, for it is the soil where your growth happens. Every challenge is a call to evolve, to push beyond your limits, to see life from a new perspective. You may not always understand the lesson in the moment, but in hindsight, you will come to realize that it was all for your highest good. The unknown holds the keys to unlocking your fullest potential, and every step you take into it is a step closer to the person you are meant to become. So when you face uncertainty, when the road ahead seems unclear, trust that you are being guided. Trust that each challenge, each moment of discomfort, is preparing you for something greater. And in the end, you will see that the unknown was never something to fear. It was simply the path to your greatest growth. There will be times in your life when you will feel as though everything is working against you. The world may seem too large to conquer, the challenges too numerous to face. In those moments, it is easy to feel defeated, to question whether your efforts are worth it, or to wonder if there is a point in continuing. But I am here to remind you, once more, that it is in these very moments, the moments when you feel most overwhelmed, that your growth is occurring at its most profound level. Perseverance is not the absence of struggle, but the continued effort despite it. The ability to endure, to keep going when every part of you wants to quit, is the trait that separates those who simply survive from those who thrive. In these moments of difficulty, you are not just growing in strength. You are building resilience, character, and wisdom that will serve you for the rest of your life. Every challenge you face tests your resolve, and in doing so, it teaches you how to keep moving forward, no matter how daunting the journey. Think of a river carving its way through solid rock. The river does not stop when it meets an obstacle. It flows around it, over it, under it, and over time, the relentless current wears down the stone, carving out its path. Similarly, when you face a challenge, you may feel as though the weight of it is insurmountable. But by continuing to move forward, by persevering, you too will wear down the obstacles before you. The beauty of perseverance is that it strengthens you in ways that are not immediately obvious. You may not feel stronger every time you take a step forward, but trust that with each step, you are building a foundation that is unshakable. The process may be slow, and the progress may seem imperceptible, but it is happening. Just as a tree grows silently, inch by inch, so too does your inner strength grow with every challenge you overcome. In times of struggle, it can be difficult to see the bigger picture, and the end goal may seem distant. But know that perseverance is not about achieving perfection or reaching a specific destination. It is about learning to trust the process and to keep moving forward, even when the way seems unclear. The act of perseverance itself is the key to growth. It teaches you patience. It teaches you to trust in your abilities, and it teaches you to believe that the effort is always worth it. One of the most powerful lessons challenges bring is the ability to endure, to keep going when others might give up, and to keep pushing forward when the road is long and filled with obstacles. As you face the trials of life, remember that every step you take forward, no matter how small, is an affirmation of your strength, your will, and your ability to overcome. These moments of perseverance will define you more than the moments of ease. They will shape you into the person you are becoming, preparing you to face even greater challenges with confidence and resolve. It's important to remember that growth does not always happen in leaps and bounds. Sometimes it happens in the quiet moments, in the slow, steady process of continuing despite hardship. It happens when you keep moving forward, even when you feel like you have no more energy left to give. Each time you find the strength to persevere, you expand your capacity to handle even greater challenges in the future. So let every challenge you face be an opportunity to strengthen your perseverance. Let every moment of difficulty teach you the value of continuing, even when the road is hard. With every step, no matter how small, you are becoming more than you were before. The trials you face are not here to break you. They are here to shape you into a person who can rise above anything life throws your way. And in that rise, you will discover a strength within yourself that you never knew existed. At times, it is easy to be caught up in the rush of life, moving from one challenge to the next without taking a moment to pause, reflect, and appreciate the growth that has already taken place. But in doing so, you miss an essential step in the process of personal evolution. The true power of overcoming challenges is not just in the struggle itself, but in your ability to look back and reflect on how far you have come. Each challenge you face holds valuable lessons, and it is in reflecting on those lessons that you truly understand their impact on your growth. When you take time to reflect on past challenges, you begin to see them from a different perspective. What once felt like an insurmountable obstacle may now seem like a stepping stone that led you to a higher place. This shift in perspective allows you to recognize the wisdom gained from your experience and the inner strength that you have cultivated along the way. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming become markers of your growth, reminders of the resilience and perseverance you demonstrated in the face of adversity. In the act of reflection, you also learn to appreciate the journey itself. Growth is rarely immediate, and it often unfolds gradually. But by looking back at the challenges you have overcome, you begin to understand that each one was a part of a larger process. The pain, the struggle, and the discomfort were not in vain. They were all necessary for you to reach the point you are at today. Through reflection, you see that each step, no matter how difficult, was a vital part of your transformation. The very things that caused you pain became the catalysts for your growth. In addition to reflection, practicing gratitude in the face of challenges amplifies the power of growth. It may seem strange at first to be grateful for difficult experiences, but gratitude allows you to see beyond the immediate discomfort and recognize the deeper blessings that come from hardship. When you are grateful, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have gained. You begin to see every challenge as an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Gratitude doesn't mean that you ignore or downplay the difficulty of the challenges you face. It means recognizing the value in them. When you can look at a challenge and say, "Thank you for teaching me this lesson," you open yourself up to a deeper understanding of the role these experiences play in your life. Each challenge is a gift wrapped in disguise, offering you the chance to evolve, to learn, and to grow. As you continue on your journey, remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity for transformation. But it is not enough to simply endure these challenges. To fully benefit from them, you must take time to reflect on what you have learned, on how you have changed, and on how much further you can go. Your growth is not only measured by how you navigate through challenges, but also by how you look back at them with gratitude and wisdom. Every time you face a new challenge, know that you are not only gaining strength and resilience, but you are also becoming more aware of the incredible power you hold within yourself. With each struggle, you are refining your spirit, shaping your character, and preparing for the next level of your journey. And as you continue to race, you will find that challenges no longer feel like obstacles to your growth. They will become the very tools that propel you forward. So embrace every challenge that comes your way. See them not as burdens to bear, but as blessings in disguise. Know that each one is helping you grow, expanding your capacity to handle life's complexities with grace, wisdom, and strength. With each challenge, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. And in that becoming, you are fulfilling your highest potential.